Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If I am a little bit distracted, I am paying attention to the NCAA tournament scores. But, okay, where are we? Because today's not a good day. I was very hopeful yesterday after what we saw with the Federal Reserve kind of easing up on their tightening. And we got to take this in stride one by one. So a couple things that I'm looking at here. We have Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I have a hard time believing, good morning, Ollie. I have a hard time believing that Bitcoin is just going to go straight down through its 200-day moving average again. Just like, man, come on. Man, why isn't it? All right, I'm not going to mess around with that again. Something with TikTok. So that, you can see the 200-day moving average. Resistance. How many days of resistance? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days of resistance, and then we break through. And then I believe that this is going to end up being a wick. Buy when you're scared. This seems like a time to be buying. Now, if we just close right below the wick, and especially if we had a bearish engulfing candle, forget about it. That would be pretty bearish. But, it's times like this when your resolve is tested. Like it makes sense to. I opened along right at the 200-day moving average for Bitcoin, and I believe that that's going to end up being something that closes in profit. And it's in this moment it's most tempting to be like, oh, nope, it's going to close below. But a lot of the time, a large majority of the time, that ends up just becoming a wick. Just like, these other days, we didn't get too excited about seeing Bitcoin break pretty well through the 200-day. Same deal this time around, where I don't want to get too scared or anything with Bitcoin losing the 200-day yet as support. We'll see about afterwards. I mean, I'm very open to any possibilities. But right now, this moment, I think this is just a wick. I think it's a wick. So I will also say I'm not too in love with what I've seen with volume on a bunch of different cryptocurrencies. I was hoping for a higher volume day yesterday. And I mean, look at Bitcoin's volume. It's just nothing impressive about Bitcoin's dominant or Bitcoin's volume. Total 2, same deal. A lot of altcoins, just where's the volume? Where's the heavy buying? That doesn't mean anything aside from like, all right, what's it going to take for there to be some strength in these charts? It could happen at any point. I am at the very least, like I did buy some altcoins leading up to yesterday, and I bought a little bit yesterday as well, but I'm still very heavy in stables. And I want to see the total 2 bounce off of this trend line here. I'm assuming we'll have at least one bounce, but maybe 2 or 3 in the coming days, which means total 2 would go lower over the next couple of days, but at least a back test of support. That's what I've been waiting for this entire time before being willing to buy altcoins. So I bought Pendle, Crow, and Corium. Okay, I bought some Pendle yesterday. I'll take a look at Crow and Corium tomorrow. Good afternoon, Huggy. I hope I didn't miss any comments. I'm sorry if I did miss a comment. For some reason, when I go live on TikTok, I try to slide the chat over so everything will be bigger, and it makes it more difficult for me to miss stuff. But I might have missed some comments. If so, just feel free to spam your comment until I see it. So again, I'm waiting for a back test of this trend line. I think we will have at least a wick down to the trend line. If not today, then tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then after that. At least one time. So take it stride by stride. But this is around the time. This is the very bare minimum of what I've been looking for as far as wanting to buy altcoins. I don't try to buy the bottom. I buy close to the bottom. But, to be real with you, the volume is a little concerning for me. We'll see. I've seen a lot of altcoins do something like this. All right, so this trend line holds as support, but the trend line is going to keep going lower, you know? So, I mean, look at Pendle. Pendle did this, a lot of altcoins. I just really don't want to see something like this happen with the total altcoin market cap, where it just like it keeps on bouncing off the trend line and then just going lower. So, anyway, let's see if I missed any comments here on TikTok and on YouTube. I am caught up on TikTok. All right, so like I said, if you're just hopping in here, I am just, I believe that for today, this is a wick. And then we'll see about afterwards. I closed all of my shorts yesterday. I closed every single one of them, and I'm glad I did. What I kind of wish I did do was just open some new shorts. There was a point yesterday, I tweeted this on my X account, and it was at the peak. I said, now is not a good time to FOMO in. And it was literally, I mean, it had to have been within minutes of the peak. Now's not a good time to FOMO in. Wait a little bit. You know, for me, of course, waiting for Total 2 to do a back test, and we're still not there yet. But now, again, I am of the mindset that that this will have been a wick. You know, in the moment, it never feels like it's only going to be a wick. But I think that below the 200-day moving average, that this is a wick. So we'll see. All right, FTM. There's a challenge with FTM because they changed their name to Sonic, and so I lost all my charting. It drives me crazy. I hate it when they do this. I lost all of my charting when they changed to Sonic. So don't change your names. So let's see what we have here. I mean, see, this is all that I'll be able to look at in terms of price history. You know, what do I do with it? There's nothing really I can do. Nothing. I just wish, you know, I mean, I could go to coinmarketcap.com and look at the all-time chart, but it's not going to show me bars. So what do we make of this? I mean, there's really nothing. There's nothing I can say. I'm sorry. Nothing I can say. I gave up charting. I had a lot of different stuff on my charts with FTM that was going to be helpful for me that was always helpful for me in determining where to go. And all of that went away because this is what happens. So let me take a look at Crow. Amir said he bought Crow. And what else did he buy? He bought Pendle, Crow, and then another one. Oh, man. I'm going to look at Crow. Let me look at crypto.com, and then I'm going to put some entries into the trading journal. And Creighton is beating Louisville 28-21. My alma mater is in the Big East, so I am cheering for Creighton. All right, Pendle, Crow, and Corium. And those of you outside of the United States, you're like, what's the tournament? It's like the FA Cup, but for college basketball. So I have a decent amount on the side waiting to buy more alts. Yeah, I would still wait. So Crow, I was hopeful for Crow because it did have a violent breakout, high volume breakout. And so what do we say about Crow? At the very least, this might just be a new range, you know. Old FTM chart still on TradingView. So I had an FTM chart on TradingView and they deleted it. So yeah, okay, I see other ones here. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say about Crow other than it is within a range. So yeah, FTM is on TradingView with current price action as well. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to say? I mean, I had a ton here. I had lots of levels of support and resistance, and it's just, I mean, it's back down its August bottom. It's doing better than a lot of other altcoins that lost their August bottoms. There's nothing really that sticks out to me as far as like, you know, I mean, it looked like it was trying to rally into a new uptrend, got rejected, went right back down. You could say this is just a, you know, this was a lower low or a higher low. That would be a good sign of an uptrend. But, you know, we need to see some strength, like right here, you know. We need to see some strength with some buys. And it's already getting overbought and stochastic. I don't know. just kind of in no man's land right now. So let's see. For those of you who are members and subscribers, I added some more information to the resources tab. So let me pull that up. You know, I have traders to follow: Emperor BTC, Lewis Raskin, Nebraskan Gooner, Paul Sampson. Some courses, one from Emperor BTC, it's free. The Lewis Raskin one costs money, but it's still very good. And then I added some books on trading. I might make a video on this. So if you want to see any of this, click on the trading spreadsheet, trading journal, excuse me. And here's some recommendations for books. I have not read every one of these, but some of them have come in very highly recommended. I'm going to start reading Best Loser Wins. But this one in particular, which one is it? No, shoot. I think it is Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. I've heard from multiple people that that one's phenomenal. So, and if you get the Kindle version, I think it's 49 cents right now. Let me actually click on that link real quick. All right, let's see. So, William Watson had a really negative video on Crow this morning. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, Sean. They did something. Yeah, 49 cents on Kindle. They did something that actually, yeah, it makes me very nervous about holding Crow. They like had these coins locked up or something like that. I own like $100 of Crow, so I didn't really look into it enough, a ton. They had these coins that were supposed to be locked up forever, and then they unlocked them. So yeah, you know what? Forget about what I said about Crow. That would scare me away. Mind giving a good long price on Uni now that things are looking better. Yeah, let's hope things are looking better. All right. Let me get back to, I want to, shoot, come on. I want to put some entries in the trading journal today. So I will look at Uniswap, and then I'm going to go through the list here. So Uniswap. Yeah, hopefully this is not, hopefully we do close above the 200-day for Bitcoin. That would be really disappointing if we didn't. Today's the 20th already. So, okay, Uniswap. Only one person in the world cares about Uniswap, and he happens to be on my live stream. So that was a good breakout. Okay volume, good breakout. I mean, a good longing position, honestly. Man, is it going to go that low? It can't put in a lower low. That would be bad if it put in a lower low. But all right, it's overbought on stochastic. It's it should still come down from here, but where? You know, I mean, it hasn't put in a higher high on the daily. This can go back down to the trend line. You know, maybe somewhere around 550. Yeah. So maybe worth a long around $5.50. So broke through the trend. My notes from the 18th, from 2 days ago, broke through the trend line, low volume, should continue to go down. 640 was the perfect place to short. That was a while ago. Now, I mean, it got up to what, 7 something? 740. So let's see. One second. Just, man. I am live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin member live stream on YouTube, but non-members can watch. Okay. Well, while Forgon is here, I know he's going to ask about ICP as well. So let's take a look at ICP. This is what I'm afraid about with ICP. Look at how low the volume. Good morning, V. Look at how low the volume was on this breakout. That's not convincing at all. So I'm afraid that from here ICP is just going to continue to go lower and lower and lower, you know? So this is not something that I would be interested at all in longing or buying right now. If it gets down to what, you know, 470, something like that, that would be a good entry for a long. No, sorry, I haven't checked out Dion Protocol. So, all right, let me add some info to ICP and then pick up where I left off the other day. Okay, come on, Creighton. I think I picked Louisville, but Big East, I'm going Big East all the way. Let's see. All right, still expecting further lower bounces off the trend line, unfortunately. Caspa. Yeah, Caspa probably going to backtest this. I would say that with a good amount of confidence. But there's still plenty of room for this to put in a higher low. So Caspa doesn't look too bad. It's just you got to wait, got to be patient with this. All right, thank you, Reed. Yeah, I'll look at it. I mean, listen, I can't promise you anything. People ask me to look at stuff all the time. I was about to say I'll look at it, but I am mentally committed at this point to potentially look at it. So yesterday's news wasn't bullish enough for a leg up. I would not go so far as to say that foregone. We've got to just follow the lead of the market. So what I would say is, with total 2, that a back test was inevitable. This is where we are in the moment. A back test of this trend line after breaking through was inevitable. And then let's see what happens, you know? So Okay. What's all right? Injective. Oh wait, I was going to look at something else. Near. I was going to look at near. All right. Oh, I don't have near on the spreadsheet. Huh. Okay, well, I'll just look at near without going to the spreadsheet. So, near. Near, far, wherever you are. All right. Near is going to backtest this trend line for sure. I would say that with a great deal of confidence. So I'm surprised I don't have near on here because just looking at, RSI is super, it's just, it's at downtrend levels. So with regular RSI, here's what you do. When we are in a downtrend, you short when it gets up to 60 max. Near's RSI hasn't even gotten up to 60 this year. And then, you're more bullish when RSI gets down to 20 or so. It's gotten as low as 25. So this year in 2025, it's gotten as high as 55, 56. RSI is kind of like in no man's land right now. Stochastics way overbought. This is something that makes me think, yeah, we're going to see near come down to the trend line again. Hopefully in higher low territory. I would hope so. So, it would have to happen quickly, like $2.20 or something like that might be a good entry for near. Cause, man, it's another one that just volume wasn't all that great, on breaking out. So unfortunately, we might see something like this, same deal, just continuing for a while and then starting to grind itself a little higher. There's a lot of, I've already talked about this, but there's several cryptos that have done something like that. like Pendle. You can see it broke through. It broke through the downtrend. It actually did it, in a decent way. But then this is exactly what's happened with Pendle, just continue and go lower, lower, lower. And then I was hopeful yesterday, maybe I bought at a terrible time. I might have. But I was hopeful yesterday that we were starting our way up and that we were going to put in a higher high. You could call this, whatever, 267, the last high. But then we kind of stalled out today, and then Stochastics overbought. So I would hope that with Pendle, we will put in a higher low and then start a new uptrend. So let's see. Have you started buying it? I bought some leading into the Fed meeting announcement yesterday. And then, unfortunately, I bought some after the Fed meeting announcement. That was a mistake. I probably bought like $1,500 after the Fed meeting announcement and several $1,000s before. So I'm up on what I bought before the Fed meeting announcement and before the Ripple case ended. But I'm still pretty heavy in stable coins. So, okay, I'm going to look at Injective. Thank you, Steve. Thanks for looking at Near. You're welcome. Injective. Yikes. Oh, gosh. And no, this is a big fat no. Man, I'm a little disappointed looking at some of this stuff here. It's just, I can't believe, not that I can't believe this, but Injective didn't even have the audacity to break through its downtrend. So now, got up there. And now it was at a good level to short, and it's still at a good level to short, unfortunately. So, short the trend line is just the name of the game here. Short the trend line. What we need to see, so I don't want to sound too negative. What we need to see is the larger cap altcoins break out. And our best hope is with XRP. If we see XRP break out, it'll lead a lot of the ISOs with it, and then the rest of the market can certainly follow XRP's lead. Ethereum looks terrible. Solana, but XRP looks good. So, yeah, I mean, but until then, anything else, it probably still makes sense to short rather than long, but I would short. Let's say tomorrow we see a little bit of green. I would short it like $10.15. So and obviously Bitcoin, we need Bitcoin to make some moves here. 4-hour chart for Bitcoin's making a bull flag. Like I said, I opened a long. I'm down on that long. I'm not sweating it right now. I think this is going to end up being a wick. But yeah, let's look at the 4-hour. I wouldn't be surprised if the 1 hour looked a little bit better. Let me look at the 1 hour or the 2 hour. No, 1 hour with that. Could you call that a bull flag on the 4 hour? It's a little early to say as of right now, but let's say that we do see some green after this very soon. Like maybe this is the bottom, and then we see something like this forming. I wouldn't be shocked. Let's see it play itself out. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's how it happened. Especially like I'm saying, I'm convinced. I am expecting this move under. Yeah, you think we hit a bottom? Oh, so you're saying MAR 70 was the bottom? I think it was the bottom, but we're going to go lower than that at some point. I think we're going to be lower than that at the end of this year. So, maybe we bounce around here for a little bit, and then, maybe early next week it'll be time to break out. That's just how we drew it up. How I just spitballed it. So, summertime, another huge dip. I agree with that. Yes, yeah. All right. Well, let me look at IMX. Oh, I'm sure I don't even want to look at the IMX chart. I'm looking through my trading journal right now. If any of you have any requests, just let me know. But I laugh in sad laughter with IMX. I think next much bullish and end of the year down, IMO next year rockets. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Or are you with me? I don't know. So, all right, IMX. Yeah, I think we're going down to 38 cents on IMX. Rest of the market can pump, and IMX can just continue to, man, yesterday was a really good day to short cryptos. I mean, in the moment with all the fun, excitement of the FOMC, but I'm just looking at stochastic right now. I mean, it's not like you get chances to buy these cryptos in clear downtrends with stochastic being what it is right now. I mean, even looking at stochastic right now, it's just like one of those things. It's like it might still be worth opening a short right at this moment. So continue to short pumps. I am still glad that I closed my shorts before yesterday. So Bitcoin dominance. What's up with Bitcoin dominance? It's just, actually, I mean, I looked at the Bitcoin dominance chart earlier today, and I was like, you can't deny that looks bullish, man. I hate to say it, but here we go. That looks pretty bullish. Let's see it. I mean, all right, you could call this an ascending triangle now that I'm looking at it here, or an ascending. I'm talking myself into this, an ascending wedge. Ascending wedges drop 68% of the time. So we'll see, I mean, my emotions communicate to me that we're just never going to catch a break. But you see a wedge like this, and maybe you're right. Maybe it is getting ready to drop. That would be nice. That would be very nice. All right. ICP, already looked at ICP. H-bar. H-bar. I don't know about you. I've been buying a lot. I bought some, and I think now's a pretty good time to buy. Pretty good. Not the best time, but. Oh, H-bar. I mean, it's still holding in higher low territory. Man, and it's one of the few, like everything else is way overbought on stochastic. H-bar, this is a good buy. I might buy some H-bar. I'm probably going to buy some H-bar after this live stream looking at this chart. I'm liking some H-bar. I mean, I don't like H-bar. I mean, I like H-bar a lot fundamentally. I'm tempted to just hop off this live stream right now for like on my phone for like a minute and buy some H-bar. I think I will. All right, I'm going to be right back. Give me 30 seconds. I'm going to buy like $1,000 of H-bar. So this is the time with Bitcoin being where it is. Come on, H-bar. Let me buy. All right. I bought some H-bar. $1,000 or $8,000, just $1,000. Okay, I'm back. I'm back on TikTok. Yeah, I would love to be in a point where I spend 5 figures. I buy 5 figures of a crypto, but no, I'm more at a point where, if I'm gonna do a quick spot play, I'll buy $1,000 worth, not $10,000 worth. So, all right, I bought some H-bar. I'm surprised, I mean, everything else looks way different than H-bar. Stressing about $100. Well, oh man, Creighton's dominating. Nice. Man, I never pick the 8-9 games right. There will be a time when you will you'll do more. Hey, what's up, Mackie? All right, bought some spot. Looks like it's at a good level. I'll just say that. All right. Gala. What's up with Gala? Gala looks like it's going to come down. All right, come on, baby. This is what I'm talking about. You know, this below the 200-day moving average. That's got to be a wick, man. It's got to be a wick. Hey, Alex, I sometimes take notes on what you and Ski say during your live stream. Okay. And is there more? Did you say in the short term total 3 will reach a new all-time high? I'm not willing to commit to that. I would say I have been saying that I could see it hitting a new all-time high, but I'm going to let the market lead me. And here's why. The thing that I'm paying attention to as my exit is the S&P 500. And here's my projection for the S&P 500. Maybe it would get to, $600, at least SPY, $6,000 in the S&P in May. Maybe it'll get there. 1.6 billion. I don't know. I mean, I'll look at it. Yes, I heard about what Kronos did. I already talked about that. So can Bitcoin and the altcoin market, could XRP go on an absolute tear between now and May? Yes, it could. Could that lift the rest of the market? Yes. And under a scenario where we see stocks make their way to a lower high, get rejected of the trend line, could I see Bitcoin hit a new all-time high and total 3 hit a new all-time high? Yes. Yes, I could. All right. Was that Ski? Oh, Ski definitely would say that the total 3 could hit a new all-time high. All right. What's that market cap if it's a new all-time high? Man. All right. Total 3's got to break through the 200-day. I'm live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube, Mar, for members, but then public can look into it. So total 3 is 1.16 trillion, not 1.6 trillion. Total 2 all-time high is probably 1.6. No, total 2 all-time high is 1.77, something like that. So Ski said between 1.25 and 1.6. We'll see. I'm a little bit more bearish than Ski. So, or a lot more bearish. I mean, he's thinking we're going to peak at the end of this year still, I think. I mean, he's been saying that for a while. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, total. He had to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he said. All right, Gala. I mean, good that it held support. It's at least going back down to that support. I might open along there. 1.526 pennies. Held support. Low volume. Break through the downtrend. Should do a back test. 0.01526 is an entry. What time frame are you checking these on? Daily. I always do daily. I'm tempted. Maybe I should do 4-hour more. I like daily. Most traders do 4-hour. I like to do not as many trades. Now, man, on the 4-hour chart, this is telling a bit of a different story. So maybe, I should do a top-down analysis, right? I missed H-bar. What price are you holding till? Yeah, I should have thought about that before I bought. So 4 hour tells an entirely different story with Gala, with a coin like Gala. 4 hour communicates now is the time to buy. But on the daily, it's one of those things like looking at stochastic, looking at the volume's very low. Now might be a good time to buy and then sell within a few 4 hour periods, sell tomorrow or something with Gala. But I very much think we're going to see Gala at some point. Maybe it's 24-hour 24-hour candles from now. At some point, Gala, I'm convinced, is going to get back down and retest this level of support. So, all right, what price am I holding H-bar till? Good question. What should I do? I'm not super confident in this market right now, I think that Bitcoin, my assumption is Bitcoin's at least getting to $91,000, and then I'm going to be pretty cautious after that and hope that it goes higher. So under a scenario where Bitcoin would go to $91,000, I would think that H-bar would go up to like 25 cents or something, put in a lower high. So maybe 25 cents. I'll take some off the table at least. Okay. Filecoin. I bet this looks good on the 4 hour. Let's see some Filecoin. Yeah, Filecoin looks good on the 4 hour. Looks really good. On the daily, not so much. Volume's not amazing on Filecoin. Let's go back to the daily. Daily doesn't look bad. It's just laddering, But on the daily, it still hasn't. You wouldn't call this an uptrend on the daily. It's not It's in an uptrend. So here we are with a lot of altcoins as I'm speaking out loud. It's in an uptrend on the 4 hour chart, but not on the daily. What do we do with that? I would say that that's true about a lot of altcoins right now. In an uptrend on the 4 hour, but not on the daily. So let's see. That was a really good bounce off the trend line. It's just really, this market price action has been very confusing lately. Because what you would have expected is that Filecoin would have, look at how many times it held that level of support, $3.02. And then when it lost it, you would think, okay, well, it's just going to continue to bounce off the trend line and go lower and lower. But now what? Now it's reclaiming this might, stochastic, man. This is something I'm just based off of how I'm talking about it. I'm not touching this in a long or a short right now. And I'm not a fan of Filecoin anyway. So trying to reclaim 302, but overbought on stochastic on the daily. I don't think it will hold for now. Not touching in either direction. Okay. All right, Fetch AI. I opened a long on Fetch a couple days ago. And actually, no, it's still open. I've taken profits. And wait, let me see something with Filecoin before I move on here. I want to check Bollinger Bands. Yeah, Greg, I do have a referral code for BitUnix, 1DAC. So definitely strongly recommend BitUnix. 1DAC. Free to watch on YouTube. Yes. Yeah. A ton of bullish indicators on Coinbase, which haven't hit yet. Okay. We're starting to think they're average indicators. I don't know. All right. Bollinger Bands. Here we go. Oh, that's really interesting. What's up, Jason? Can I buy Pendle on BitUnix? Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to look at it now. So, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't know. You can buy it on Bitmart. So what I'm curious about when I'm looking at the Bollingers is man, you know, when we're I would have expected Filecoin to get rejected at the middle of the range, but it didn't, and now it looks like that middle of the range is support. It's still super confusing, this chart. I can't make any sense of it. All right. Fetch AI. Another low volume breakout. Another uptrend on the 4-hour chart. And not an uptrend. This is a good time to just not mess around, honestly. Let's let this play itself out. What's going to win? Is it going to be the 4-hour clear uptrend, or is it going to be the daily? You know, this is every altcoin right at this moment. Maybe what we can see is this uptrend on the 4-hour be able to carry us to a new higher high on the daily, so that we can be in an uptrend on the daily too. And then, you know, see the daily come down. Let me go back to the daily on Fetch. Volume is concerning. Stochastic is concerning. This is tough, man. My hope is that it would not go lower than this wick right here. That's really all I care about with these altcoins. If we could just, let's say, you know, 55 cents for Fetch was the high, was a lower high. That's actually, as I'm talking out loud right now, that's what I'm wanting. Lower high, and then over the next few days we establish a higher low, and then this high is achievable to break that. This high is looking pretty difficult. I don't count the Trump pump. That's a scam pump. So this high of 66 cents on this up thrust looks unattainable. So let's establish a lower high, form a base for a higher low, and then we can start with a lot of these altcoins moving higher and starting new uptrends. That's the same deal. I mean, forget about the altcoins in particular. That's what we're banking on for the total altcoin market cap right now. Total 2, you could just say all of this is one move. So now we have our peak at like 1.08 trillion, and then probably a few back tests over these next few days down to about 1 trillion maybe, and then we'll make our way higher. Crypto and stocks are about to roll over. The stochastics are all in overbought on longer time frames. On the daily, yes. On the weekly, no. Very much not overbought. The opposite of overbought. So that's why, this is why I would say I'm bullish short term. On the weekly, we have some strength ahead of us, and then, you know, yeah, even on the regular RSI, but then on the monthly, well, total altcoin market cap on the monthly is not as bad as I thought, but for Bitcoin on the monthly, it's pretty you know, that takes, given where stochastic is and RSI, that's the kind of thing that takes months to get out of, to reset. So, you know, daily, maybe we close this week not looking amazing for altcoins at least. Weekly, we have some room to run. We definitely do. Even, I mean, what would be the worst case scenario? I mean, look at July. July, we bottomed out at $53,000 for Bitcoin, and then we got up to 70, and that move in stochastic was just a blip. So I'd say that's our worst case scenario for right now. Bottom out at 76 and change. At the very least, worst case scenario, we're going to get up to this this former level of support, 91,878. And it would be great to break through that level, but at that point, I'm going to de-risk a little bit and then just see what happens. So, all right. Ethereum back below $2,000. But same deal on the weekly. Got to see something, man. On the daily, overbought. So hopefully we'll form a higher low here and then build up strength to break through. I could see that taking about a week to play itself out. So Ethereum. Hoping to see a higher low form on the daily candle. What would be a good entry? I mean, you could make an argument that right now is a good entry for Ethereum. But what I would expect is just with Ethereum, if right now is a good entry, I can't see it. I mean, maybe something like this. Oh, this is stupid. You know, over the next, just a chop. I would think it's going to go lower. You know, maybe to some of these bodies here, maybe like 1900 flat. So but never set a limit order for a flat number like 1900. If you really, really wanted to buy Ethereum, like 1903 or something like that. All right. Oh, man, there's still only one NCAA tournament game going on right now. Okay. 12:40, we got High Point against Purdue. I have no idea. I don't remember what I picked in my bracket. All right, Ethereum Classic, $17.70. That was a great place to short it, $18.46. I don't know what to say about this. You know, middle of the range with the indicators. Sorry, I need to look at Fartcoin real quick. Fartcoin pumped really hard yesterday. with high volume, of course. Of course it did. Fartcoin seems to be the crypto that if we're back on, Fartcoin is going to be bought. It's insane. But okay, back to Ethereum Classic. Gosh, what in the world? All right, Fartcoin, Ethereum Classic. I can't make any sense of this. It's gotta, gosh, I'm sorry to keep saying this. Just this volume's depressing. I mean, maybe best case scenario is just like sellers are exhausted and buyers are too afraid. And so somebody's going to win out eventually, and maybe it'll be the buyers, you know? But nobody's doing anything. I'm just, all right. What I say about Ethereum Classic is I wouldn't touch it in either direction right now. Engine, my last note on Engine, short the 20-day EMA. Let's see what Engine is looking like at the moment. Oh, wait a second. High Point and Purdue should very much be playing right now. I think I just have to hit refresh. Oh yeah, okay. Purdue's winning by 10. Okay. All right. What's up with Engine? Yeah, still looks terrible. Shocking. Wouldn't you? And it's overbought and stochastic. Oh. You sound like you're not so sure that we have a real significant pump here. Here's what I'd say. I would say, looking at the charts, I'm not encouraged by the volume, but what I think has to happen, the thing that I said that I think has to happen is my eyes right now, the previous high, $1.16 trillion, that's too high of a high to take out. So what I'm looking at right now is just, can we form a higher low? That's it. Let's do some baby steps. Higher low, something like, something like this over the next few days. And then that's too much. I'm a terrible drawer. And then total 2 gets up to the 200-day, faces some resistance there, goes down, forms another higher low. Next time it breaks through. And hey, you know what? Something like that. So what I sound right now is like, yeah, you know what? I think that what we have ahead of us is for the next few days, after today's action at least, is some downward movement. But, that's not always bad. I mean, that's not bad at all. I mean, sure, it's bad, but like, what I think is we're going to have our opportunities to buy. We're going to have a lot of opportunity to buy crypto, and we're not just going to have this instant breakout. So this looks hopeful to me. I mean, that's my thought right now. It's just then I look at individual cryptos, and I'm not excited about those individual cryptos because the cryptos that we want to see lead the charge are not those cryptos, So like an Engine just looks terrible. Engine looks, but that can turn on a dime. I mean, look at what happened with API 3 last week. This can happen with anything. Look at that. This can happen with with any crypto at any time. API 3 up until 4 days ago was untouchable. It looked terrible. And now, all of a sudden, API 3 looks great. That's what a lot of these altcoins at some point could do. And I just don't know what to say. Like, if you bought API 3, I feel like that was kind of dumb. But congrats. All right, engine. Oh, let me pull up the EMA. I'm bored of opportunities to die. Yeah, you and me both. Yeah, same deal. Same deal with API 3. Just continue to short the 20-day EMA. Or not API 3, engine. So I didn't even get up to the 20-day EMA. That's so funny. All right, EGLD. All right. Another one. Now the new level to short for Elrond or Multiverse X is just, wouldn't you be surprised, wouldn't you know it, the 20-day EMA. Polkadot. Polkadot showing a little bit of strength. Man. That's got to be a fake out. Especially, yeah. But, you know, I mean, I'm liking Polkadot in one regard. I wouldn't be surprised if at all if a new bottom for Polkadot was going to be, you know, it bottomed out at 366. I wouldn't be surprised if like Polkadot bottomed out at $4 now, higher low, you know, but it's not going to hold the 20-day EMA. So all I'm saying about Polkadot, it's worth some spot entries at $4, 4 flat, 401, you know. So, all right, what else? Montana, Wisconsin. I did a crazy bracket. Most of you probably don't care. Most of you are probably not in the United States. But I'm going to talk anyway. I did a crazy bracket where I had Montana going to the Elite Eight. Montana's a 14 seed. Why has market dumped last hours? I don't know. You know? All that I would say is we were going to have, it was very unlikely that we were just going to go straight up. But it's very likely that we were going to have a back test of this trend line. So here we are. We were going to back test. That's what I'll say. All right, Doge. Guys, don't wait for new all-time highs to sell your crypto. I'm telling you, time is short. We've got a couple months. Same deal as everything else. 4 hours in an uptrend. 4-hour chart is, yeah, it's in an uptrend. Daily chart, can't really call that an uptrend. Trump talking, I'm pretty nervous about that. But I don't know. I thought it was today. It's like every time he opens his mouth. But maybe now we're used to it like, all right, he's not going to say something mind-blowing that's going to send crypto through the roof. So we'll see. Okay. Still worth shorting the 20-day EMA. Curve. CRV. Oh. Okay. Looks a lot like DOT, you know. I mean, this one has enough strength lately that I'm wondering. I do think this was the bottom, 35 cents. Now, I don't think it's going to hold the 20-day EMA. So it's another one that, you know, maybe it'll go down to 38 to 39 cents. All right, what's today, the 20th? All right, what was that? 30. Did I say 38 to 39 cents? I'm just going to say 37 to 39 cents for curve. Telcoin. Telcoin's interesting. You know, it's a unique chart. It's a unique crypto. Everything else was in the gutter. Telcoin did well, had a big breakout, but then the rest of the market brought it down. But now it's back within a range. And it's at the bottom of that range. You know, where's the bottom? Where's the top? Well, I don't know what to say about the top, but that right there looks like a good bottom of the range. You see it get down there. Based off of how it's done lately, you know, 0.0049. That looks like a good level to get in. And I mean, you know, it bounced off there twice, gave a couple good buying opportunities there. So, yeah, the Telcoin looks good. All right, come on, Montana, Wisconsin. I'm going to stop, after they did what they did with their tokens with Crow, I'm going to stop analyzing Crow. All right, Crow. Yeah, I mean, the chart doesn't look bad, but whatever they did with their tokenomics is enough reason for me to just run away and never look back. All right, Bitcoin, like I said, with Bitcoin, I opened along at the 200-day moving average, which is $84,500. I'm down on it right now, but I think it'll hold on the daily chart. So if you want to join me in that long, guess what? You will be in a better entry than I am right now. Man, I don't know why. I'm wiped out. I'm really tired right now. Maybe it's just this whipsaw of price action. I think this is a wick for Bitcoin. I think this will end up being a wick. And yeah. Anyway. BNB, do you leverage on your longs? Very low leverage, yes. Usually 2x. I've been watching, I want to just kind of highlight something. I've been watching this channel where all these seasoned veterans are, they're interviewed, and it's just more of a mindset thing than like telling you how to chart. And I am convinced that if you're new to trading crypto, that here it is, Trader Lion, that you will lose 100% if you do anything other than spot or maybe 2x, that you will lose. All right, but Trader Lion, all I've been doing is like I've been listening to these interviews with these people who talk about their mindset. Like this one I watched yesterday, I listened to it yesterday. Surviving Trading Drawdowns, lesson from 30 plus years in the market. And this guy on this channel is talking about this. You're gonna laugh at this, but this is normal, okay? He talked about his mindset on how he had to readjust after over the last 30 years, these 3 periods where he had a 15% drawdown in his portfolio. How he had to like pick up the pieces, put it back together, and plow forward. And like that's normal. That's the way it should be. But crypto has what's up, Jamil? Crypto has caused us to get into this mindset where it's like, we're either going to 10x or lose 80% of our portfolio with very little in between. And even as I say that, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are like, only a 10x? So all this is with me and trading, watching these interviews, is mindset. This would have been, I discovered this channel this week because somebody that I follow on X recommended it. This would have been helpful for me after that big Trump pump and dump, because when that pump and dump happened, it was a Sunday morning. I go to church on Sunday morning. I was in church trying as hard as I could to not look at my phone, and I had something like 10 shorts open at the time, and I got hammered. And then, if I kept those shorts open, I would have made a killing. Because I had limit orders for some shorts too. I would have made a killing. But, that pump on that Sunday, it messed with everyone. It caused people to FOMO buy at the top. It caused traders to, logically it made sense to be more in shorts at the time. And so that messed with me. And so, like this particular interview that I was watching, it's just essentially like, all right, here's what you do when you experience a drawdown like that, and that would have been very helpful at the time. So anyway, Binance, BNB. My last notes. Bottom of the range, buy at the bottom, sell at the top for now. So bottom of the range, what's the range? The range I would say is this 618 retrace here. It got well below that, but you know, you're just buying spot. 618, $541 or so. Buy at the bottom, sell at the top. Top of the range is like $700. Pretty simple. So now it's in the middle of the range, and maybe the 200-day is going to be some resistance. Maybe not. But if you did buy at the bottom with BNB, then you'd be up at least. Middle of the range. Okay. Cardano, yeah, I was on my way there. I like Cardano. It's still, oh, this hurts, man. Come on. You can see my trade setup. Whoa, no. All right, hold on a second. Because I set this limit order at 67.85. Oh, no. Yeah, it didn't fill. Look at that. Look at how close that was. This happens all the time. Set a limit order, 67.85 cents. It got to 68.14. All the time. It happens all the time. So ADA is looking like one of the stronger ones, honestly. You know, and even now, it's at a level. So many other cryptos are overbought. Cardano's not. It's another one that I think would be worth buying spot. Rookie mistake. How is that a rookie mistake? That's normal. That's life. You know, if I set it too high, if I usually when I set it a little higher than the level, it dumps way below. But this one looks good. This one looks worth buying. I always do that. I mean, you hear me cry about the ones that don't fill, but there's plenty that do fill. So yeah, but you're not wrong. It happens a lot. All right, so Cardano. Sorry, which one's a good? Cardano. Cardano's a good one to buy spot on. I'm actually, you know what? This is one that I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy some of this after this live stream. Another $1,000 worth. I'm not gonna like FOMO buy right now, but this one looks good for short-term gains. $1K. I mean, I had a decent amount of stable coins on the sidelines, you know. All right, I'm going to be done. I'm going to work on the rest of the notes in my trading spreadsheet. If you don't have access to the trading journal, excuse me, not spreadsheet, journal, send me a message on TikTok. I will post it on the YouTube live stream chat right now. But otherwise, I have like an hour before I have to go. No, I have, oh my goodness, I have half an hour before I have to go put my kids or get my kids at school. So, all right, yeah, you can DM me. So, okay, I'm going to be done. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you when I see you.